It turns out it's a lot easier to say that you're going to go on a book buying ban than it is to actually do it. Hi, welcome, come on in. My name is Aoife and today I am going to give you some tips on how to survive a book buying ban. So I am in the middle of one right now. I started it at the end of June, which is the month of my birthday. Usually for my birthday I get like 10 or 15 new books, and I also get sent a lot from publishers, so I have got quite the mammoth section of books that I can get through. That doesn't mean that I don't get that kind of nudge of, oh, you should go and buy a book this weekend because you deserve it because you went to work for 5 days a week. If you get that urge, I have got some tips for you. So, okay, some of these tips are kind of more if you want to save money, and some of them if you want to keep getting new books but just don't want to buy them. I have got some ideas for both. So the first suggestion is probably the most obvious one. Shop your stash. There are tons of books on this shelf. There are so many that I still need to get through, so I don't know why I keep thinking that I need to buy a new book. If I get through all of these books, just the ones that are on my physical shelf, it's actually going to take me up until March of next year to finish it. That feels like more than enough time to get through the new books on this shelf that I haven't read without having to buy any more of them. You can do a very easy TBR calculator on a website that I'm going to put down in the description called Read It Forward, and you can figure out how long it's going to take for you to finish all of the books that are on your to be read shelf. That really will spur you on to not buy any more books and add on to it, because then you see the months getting a little bit longer. If you're really tempted by bargains, you should probably unsubscribe from the Kindle Daily Deal email if you are already subscribed to it. You should try and limit your exposure to any kind of new books, sales, 2-for-1s, any kind of offers that are on books that you think might tempt you in. If you can kind of blinker yourself from them and just look straight ahead onto the books that you already have, you're doing a pretty okay job. If you spend maybe €10 every 2 weeks on a new book, you could put that money into a little jar that you have either in your room or wherever you want to put it. And if you see that money kind of adding up every now and then, it'll make you think, I have saved quite a lot of money that I used to buy on books, and now I could buy something else that I've really been needing, or more books. So if you want to get new books but you don't want to spend any money on them, there are other ways that you can get around that. And the first way that you can get around it is to use all of the free amenities that are available to you. First one, sign up to your local library. I cannot impress upon you more how much of a good resource your library is. They will be able to give you some recommendations on books that you haven't read that you might really want to be interested in because you've read similar themes or you've read similar authors. They can give you so many recommendations on that, and they also have so many resources. It gives you a chance to try out something that you haven't wanted to try out yet, or that you've had in the back of your mind but are a little bit unsure about. It gives you a chance to try that out on a kind of no strings attached base, in that you don't have to pay for any of it. You can also use audiobooks that are available on Spotify or on YouTube, or again from your local library, and get into the swing of listening to a book rather than reading it physically or on an ebook. And one other really great way of getting some new books in without having to read them and getting rid of some old books that you have read or some books that you're probably never going to read is to do a book swap with some of your friends. You can go to each other's houses, you can go and have some dinner, you can have some drinks, and just put a pile of books in the middle of the table. You can do this by showing what the book is, or you can do it blind, where you wrap it up in some paper and write what the themes of the book are on the front of it. And it gives everybody a chance to kind of rejuvenate their library without spending too much money, and their TBR gets to stay roughly the same length. So if you're looking to survive a book buying ban, those are some tips that I have got for you, and they have actually really worked for me before. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I have new videos up every week. Now get on out of here.